Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna show you something that you has been requesting me probably since I started making these tutorials, and it's how to make a big room kick. Almost everybody in big room don't create a big room kick from zero because it's something pretty annoying and probably you're not gonna get a really good result. And basically almost all producers create the big room kicks by layering. Of course you can try, for example, the kick by Nicky Romero. I'm not talking about Kickstart, I'm talking about the kick, and create your own kicks. But my advice with that is not to use those kicks, at least the first kicks you create, because probably they are not gonna have a good quality. And if you have a really powerful song with a really good mix and your kick sounds bad, at the end your song is gonna sound bad, you know. So it's better to maybe use sample kicks, and until you get a really good level on those kicks that you create, keep using those samples. And today I'm gonna show you different ways to create your big room kicks, so don't wait more and let's start with it. Alright, so the first thing you need to create a kick is just the punch of the kick, you know, the transient, the attack of it. So I like to go to the punchy kicks of Kashmir and try to find some. For example, I like this one. And then for this kind of kick that I'm going to show you now, what I like to use is the sub drop. The sub drop is just a sub bass going down in pitch, and in all the sample packs are in effect section. So go to sub drop and just choose the one that you like. I'm going to just choose this one. And what you need to do is just cut it, you know. So do it this way, and now you have your kick. Well, obviously not, you know, but actually it's almost there. What you need to do first, or at least what I like to do, is the punchy kick, just use the out knob and do it to the max, because now this doesn't have any tail, so it doesn't have any key. And this is what you want, you know. So if you open, for example, the G tune, as you can see, it doesn't have any key. So let's put this one on the first mixer channel, and this one on the second mixer channel. And now what we need to do is change the sub drop to the kick. What I like to do is open a volume shaper on the kick, on the punch of the kick, so I can see. So here there's no kick, so we don't want it. I'm gonna just do it this way. And I like to do it like this, more or less. So we make sure that the attack of it is clean and is at the loudest volume possible, and then it goes out, it fades out. So now just move this one to the sub drop. And on the sub drop, just reverse it with the X. You know, so you have it like this. And if you play it, they are not clashing. Probably it's too much. So what I'm gonna do is something more like this to make it feel a bit better. You know, so you have it. Here you have your kick. Of course, this kick is gonna be so clean, and sometimes what you can try to do is just add like 5 Fizz of Saturn, you know, or I don't know, the wave shaper or some plugins like this to distort a bit this sound, you know, and create your own kick from here. This way is a bit more creative in my opinion, because you just have the sub and then you can EQ and distort the way you want and create the kick you want. But I only like to use this way when I want a kind of clean kick, you know, just the sub and a bit of, you know, harmonies to make sure you can hear it. And when I want to really distort the kick for big room, for more aggressive tracks, I prefer to do the way I'm going to show you now. So first we need the punch of the kick, and this time I'm going to just go for big kicks, you know, for big room kicks. And try to find the punch of one that I like. I like this one. So now what I want to do is try to find some tails that I like. I'm gonna go for other packs like this one. I reviewed this one on this channel, doing a challenge. If you didn't check it at the end of this video. I like this one. And well, I would like to add another one, maybe from Names. I like this one. Well, as you can see, it doesn't start at the very beginning, so let's do it this way. So now, well, we need to add them on the mixer. And now that we have those three in the mixer, if we play it, it's gonna sound completely bad because each kick has one key. As this one is not gonna have the tail, I'm gonna cut it out later. Well, just cut it out now. I'm gonna keep one of those keys, and for example, I'm gonna keep D sharp. So let's see this one which key has. F sharp, alright, so F, E, D sharp. So now these two kicks has the same key. And well, let's start as before. First, just use a sidechain. As you can hear, I can still hear a bit of the distortion of the tail, so something like this. to cut that distortion. Now I would add these two volume shapers here to make sure this tails doesn't clash with the attack of the kick, but you need to reverse them. So now they sound like this. And what I want to know now is what kick is gonna have the sub of the layered kick. Just check the sub bass. And I think this one is a bit more powerful and more clean. So I'm gonna keep this one. Let's try to maybe reduce a bit of the highs so we leave a space for the other one. And clean it a little bit. And now this one remembers me a bit of like a Melbourne Bounce bass. So maybe I'm gonna try to do something like this, but I need more distortion because I want some highs. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, well, add an EQ to cut the lows. Something like this. I'm gonna add sausage fattener to make it sound fat and a bit more distorted. And as I want some highs, I'm gonna use the Fab Filter Saturn, and I'm gonna distort only the highs, so I don't want this to the max. And let's see how it sounds. I don't want this, so a little bit just, but probably this to max. Yeah, so decrease a little bit. Yeah, something like this. Let me EQ a bit more. And it has like a clicking sound, so let me try to cut it. I think it's at the end. Yeah, now. But it has like a noise, you know, like a white noise. So I'm gonna try maybe with the kickstart with this waveform, so it is like the bass. Yeah, it's cut it. Let me clean a bit more here. All right. But I think it's a bit empty, so before I take the one kick here that I liked. Yeah, this one has a lot of highs and I like it. First, of course, pitch it correctly. As you can see, it changes a lot the waveform. So let's change the mode to stretch. Let's put it here and let's see how it sounds. Let's put, of course, the volume shaper here. And I don't want any low end for this kick. I just want the highs. So it has something weird at the end. And let me try with the transient processor to cut a bit the release. Yeah, way cleaner now. But I want this to be really low in the mix. Just to give some air. So now what I like to do is choose them all and put them on a group, you know, and call this like kick. And here is now when you want to process the kick and make it sound like one unique kick and not 4 layers. So first I like to use a sausage fattener, you know, to make it sound fat and distorted and a bit more compressed and so on. Yeah, 15 is okay. Now I'm gonna use a bit of EQ. A little bit cleaner. I'm gonna try OTT also to give some, you know, some gritty noise. But not a lot, like 10%. And finally, I like to use the invisible limiter to, you know, limit the kick. But not too much, you know, I like to go between 2 and 4. So something like this is okay. With more, maybe you're gonna distort the kick. And well, what I forgot to say in the previous kick, and I'm gonna use now, is the volume shaper to add some movement to it. I'm gonna put it before the limiter. And what I like to do is, of course, the attack of it, I want it to be just like it is. But later add some movement, you know, like maybe something like this. It can seem weird, but it can add some movement to it and don't make it sound that flat. Maybe it is too much, you know, but something like this. Or after that, also use another volume shaper, like maybe something like this to make it fade out a bit. You know, something more like this. So after that, what I like to do is click on this button here. Now here, this recording and render to WAV file, so I can see how it looks. And well, in my opinion, looks kind of good. Maybe a bit more limiting to make it be a bit more flat, more something like this. Of course, not too much. But yeah, this would be a big room kick, and in my opinion, it sounds pretty decent and powerful. And for example, if you want to use like a preset to make it more unique and more like your kick, for example, you can use Serum or Silent or Nexus or whatever, and use a kick like this one. Let's see how it sounds. For example, something like this. And you know, it just use a 3x OSC to have the sub bass. I'm gonna add just 2, so now you have something that sounds like this. And if you compress this, you know, and EQ it and distort it and of course add some sidechain, it can be, of course, just the base of your big room kick. So well guys, here are some different ways that you can use to create your big room kicks to make it sound powerful, you know, and unique, and just don't use a sample that you found in a sample pack. And this way, if you combine them, it's gonna sound different, it's gonna sound more unique and more like your own kick. And of course, you can just distort it the way you want, apply more distortion, less distortion, make it sound a bit cleaner or more gritty. You know, you can use, as I said, the presets. You can use just sine wave or sub drops and distort them, or you can use other kicks and just layer them. So well guys, if you have some other tips that you use to create your big room kicks and make them sound more powerful or more clean or more unique, just leave it down below in the comments and I will read all your comments. So well guys, if this video helped you in any way, I would love if you could just leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any tutorial, because I upload one tutorial every single week, and you of course can just recommend me some kind of tutorials and I will make them. So with all of that being said, thank you for watching, and guys, see you in the next video.